Guys, it is I, King of Crypto, Night King of Crypto, Master of Goblin Hands, Dumper of Bags, Seller of Garbage and Tulips. Yes, it is I, most woke empty house. You know who I am. I don't need to say myself. And we're in a really awkward week this week. But despite that, you guys know me, which is why you're exactly on this channel, not to do the biggest mistake of all time, which is think for yourself. You don't want to do that. That is not how you operate in crypto. That's not how you operate in life. Step number one, as said by Oprah in her latest book, go to Alex Becker's channel and just do whatever he tells you to do. And that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to show you what I'm doing in this dip after my extremely optimistic video over the weekend. And frankly, it's actually been a pretty decent week. I've actually made some money swing trading things, and I'm also buying back a lot of coins that I tethered out of when I started to kind of see this dip coming. Because at the moment, I'm actually kind of getting a little bullish, and I'm going to tell you why I'm also getting a little bullish as well, and then the coins I'm buying back right now, and the coins I'm just not buying back right now. And frankly, I've been doing this by really just committing to the number one strategy in all of crypto. So people always ask me on the channel, you know, Alex, should we hold? Should we have diamond hands? Should we have paper hands? Should we be selling? And it's very, very simple. If you just model your behavior after this embodiment of sex, this apex predator, this is the most physically perfect creature that ever exists. This is a goblin. Observe his claw-like sweaty hands, just very capable of picking up light bags. And then look at the gleam in his eye. This gleam in his eye says, I'm going to fill these bags with dog, and then I'm going to sell them to someone for way more than I picked them up for. This is a genius creature. This is God's gift to peak physical science. And after researching this creature for much time, I've really picked this up as my strategy lately, because the second I smell some of these dips coming, I'm really getting comfortable just dumping them, which is a terrible, terrible strategy. I am sure it is going to get me burned, but I want to show you what I've been up to because I think it's funny and it makes me smile. By the way, follow me on Twitter, because I post things I'm thinking there at ZSS Becker. But let's get into the market and let's get into what I'm doing right now. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is, let's just go look at this post right here. So April 17th at 3 or 4 p.m. One of my favorite hobbies to do is just to make fun of people on Facebook who are doing crypto, because I think one of the best top signs in crypto, I'm literally not joking, okay? And excuse the funny intro and stuff like this side. I don't think it's funny when people lose money. That being said, okay, if you want one of the best top signs of when a dip is going to come, go on to Facebook, because Facebook is basically like your uncle who's never traded anything before and like sells clocks at a clock store, like a guy who's no business doing crypto. This is what Facebook is. As soon as you start seeing people on Facebook saying, oh yeah, time to buy Bitcoin. Why are you not on Bitcoin? It's the future. And they start giving like currency speeches and everything. It's exactly time to sell literally everything. I cannot stress this enough. This has been 3 for 3 this bull run for me. And this was the first time I actually listened to my own advice. So April 17th, 3 or 4 p.m. This is when I told everybody there's a correction coming. Frankly, my biggest top sign was how nutty people were getting on Facebook. But I just kind of smelled it. And this is when I tethered up, and I started tethering up right now. I wasn't fast enough to tether up everything, but around this time right here, this is when I began tethering up. You can match it with the time and date right here. And this is when everything went to kaput, okay? We were actually on a live stream when it was happening. You should come on those things. I give away stuff. And I was like, yep, it's probably going to dip. And then I was like, oh, crap. And so that delighted me. Now, as you guys know, I don't hold any Bitcoin. And what I primarily did is I went and I tethered up all my top 10 cryptos, because it's actually pretty hard to... And this is actually a really big lesson I learned from this right now. Again, guys, I'm a crypto noob. If you listen to my advice on this stuff, you're a baboon. But around this time right here, I got out of all my top 10 cryptos, because those are a lot easier to trade. You can move in and out of them really easily in exchanges. Also during this time, I started trying to get out of some of my dirty altcoins, but some of the slippage fees on those things, and then the MetaMask was getting all locked up. I just decided to hold those, and so I didn't sell any OGN. I didn't sell a lot of my dirty altcoins. I mainly just exited my main big top 10, top 25 portfolio. That's going to be Engine, Cardano, Litecoin, ADA. I just sold all of it because I don't know. It seemed like a good idea at the time. And so I managed to get out of my Cardano about right around here, about the 38 to 35 to 33 range. I was kind of dollar cost averaging, and then I saw it all going down. I was like, oh crap. So I got all of it out here, and then I came back the next morning and bought it around, and I get up around 4 a.m. and I bought it around these areas right here. Okay, and I was dollar cost averaging it the entire time. So overall, I was able to get my Cardano at a much cheaper price because I really wanted to see it at $1.20 again. And I've just been sitting around buying these dips. And again, you can just confirm me calling these by just checking the timestamps on my Twitter post right here. I'm not saying I'm the world's greatest dip person. I just want to be like, look, you can see me saying exactly what I'm doing right here. And so I called this one on the morning of the 19th, and it didn't happen a little bit till later in the afternoon. So I grabbed a lot more Cardano right here. And then you can see me goblin handing right here, which is basically my secret way of saying I'm tethering up. Right here, and I didn't tether up everything, but I've tethered up about 50% of my ADA again and waited for it to dip. The main reason I've actually been doing this is because, again, like the last video, I just really wasn't confident in this last dip. I was really skeptical about this last dip that just happened. And so my kind of thought tethering as well was also to kind of lock in my profits and just see how low it would go. And so really it was just kind of a shieldy method, as well as just a, hey, you know, let's see how this keeps bouncing and see what happens. And so if it had gone like way lower, I probably wouldn't have bought back in, but I was really looking for Cardano to go to about $1. And so that's where I've been trying to buy it at. And I think we're about to get a hard rejection at 58 to 60K, and we might get another chance to go buy some more at like $1.10 or something like that. So that's what I'm really looking for now. What I really think, and don't take me on this, and I don't make predictions, guys, I'm just pulling stuff out of my nether region, is I really think we're about to, it's either going to go two ways right now. When I talk about what things going up and down, I'm mainly referring to Bitcoin, because I don't own any Bitcoin, but you can really see what the top 10 cryptos are going to do and how they're going to behave based on Bitcoin. And so I think either what's about to happen right now, this is the sentiment across a lot of the market, is we're either going to go up and we're going to bust through 60K, and I just don't see that momentum right now, and I think we're going to get close to 60K and then go back down in like 51, 52K or something like that. I don't think we're going to go below the 50,000 mark. We could, but we're really at this point right here where I think what the marketplace is doing is we're all just, first off, taking our profits, because we're kind of deep in the bull run at this point. We've been doing this for months. I think people are ready to start taking profits and are sick of having a gun to their head. And at this point right here, I think everyone's just really expecting this big dip. And I think we need a big dip in order for people to really see the risk reward being positive again in Bitcoin. Because right now at 56,000, if it goes to 100,000, you're only seeing you're not even seeing a 2x. I think people need to see a clean 2x before they really start piling back in. But overall, what I'm feeling right now is I'm feeling pretty bullish on the market, because frankly everybody else is getting bearish, and all the signs in the market say this isn't quite done. Whenever I see people on Facebook get bearish, whenever I see the other YouTubers get bearish, that's when I start to get bullish, because the way that the crypto dip, the crypto crash is going to look, in my opinion, is everyone's going to be crazy bullish, like going nuts, and then it's just going to, okay, like you're going to say no, it's coming back, no problem. That's what I think it's going to look like. And so the fact that everyone's bearish is making me pretty bullish right now. So either way, I'm just kind of buying all the dips I see on this. And if we go lower again, I'm probably going to be buying again, because when I saw this dip to happen right here, you know, I thought we were just going to keep going in a decline, but just because I see how hard these bounces have been, it's making me a lot more confident in the fact that this just isn't over. So what am I buying right now? Mainly what I've been buying, just tons and tons of ADA. I just sold all my ADA at a higher price, and I've been buying it back at a lower price. Same with Litecoin, same with DOT. And I actually just I sold all my AVAX and I moved that into ADA because, frankly, with Goguen coming up, I think ADA is going to pull a BNB. Okay, it's either not or it's going to pull a BNB. And if it pulls a BNB, it's going to be nuts. But I've just been buying a lot more Origin Protocol, because again, this took a big old poop when the market took a dive. It's way down from where it was right here. Okay, and with all the profits that are probably going to be rolling out of Dogecoin and XRP and everything that's about to go up in the top 10 right now, I think OGN and cryptos like this are just next in line to get it. I've also been buying a lot of Xcur, because this project is just literally doing everything right now. And again, it's just all the altcoins have bled really bad during this dip. Okay, and it's just not an altcoin cycle right now. It's not an altcoin season. It's really about the top 10 right now. And so, in my opinion, now that I was able to exit things at a higher price, and I have a lot of tether laying around, I'm buying these things that are low right now, because these are the things people aren't buying right now. And so I'm going to buy these when people aren't buying them, because if this market keeps going up, altcoin season is going to happen again. And so I have to ask myself, what projects are going to pump? I also just bought back into, I sold Chain Games at about 45, not because I think the project's done. It's just the thing's just going to keep dipping, you know. They lost Fortnite right here, and it's just been kind of doing a trend. Right here, it went down. And so one big takeaway that I would tell you guys also watching this video, next altcoin run, when stuff pumps hard, sell it. Don't diamond hands altcoins. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with that. Like, if it's a good project, hold it. There's no such thing as a project that's properly valued right now. So I really should have dumped my shopping.io and Chain Games right here when they were all super pumped, because every coin that super pumps eventually goes back down afterwards. And so you're just way better off selling it and then rolling it into a top 10 coin in the next altcoin season. It's just my opinion. Again, if you get financial advice from me, you're a crazy person. I have a very successful business. I'm already a millionaire from that, and so I can afford to gamble on these things. If this is your life savings and whatnot, I don't know what you're doing. All right, I would be terrified if it was like my life savings or something. I wouldn't do it. But at this point in time with Chain Games, I think it's hit its bottom. I don't see it going any lower than this, and I think again we can see what Chain Games can do when it does pump. And their team is just doing so many good things. And I think we're just going to probably see a nice consistent climb from here. So I bought back in the Chain Games at about 28 cents. So again, I think there's a lot of upside to it. And then I also, on the 17th, I also tethered up my Mana after this gain right here. Because I saw this dip coming. I'm like, okay, cool. I made a nice big juicy gain right here. But I see this dip coming, and so it's going to dip hard. And then I've bought back my Mana early this morning around this range right here. Okay, so that's been actually a really good trade right there. Then what I also did is I didn't buy back my Anchor after that went up. So Anchor right here was up a little bit. And what I did with that is I really don't understand Anchor that well. And so I tethered this up on the 17th. And I just really like Kusama and its brand and everything. They've done a lot more than Anchor. And the reason why I didn't invest in Kusama is because Kusama was already kind of like up. Okay, so it was like already pumped right here around the time when I started looking at it. And I don't like to see a pump when I'm buying something for obvious reasons. You can see Chain Games. Okay, don't buy things when things are pumping. So anyways, with this one right here, I saw Kusama take a big old dump right here. And so I just basically swapped my Anchor out for Kusama, because I think Kusama is a great project that's doing everything right, and it's way down. And I'm like, all right, cool, let's do this. This is the one I was looking for. You know, it's like you were spying that hot girl to dance, and then someone accidentally spilled a bowl of punch on her. Like, it's like, girl, you still got it. It's fine. I don't mind the punch. And so that's basically what's going on right here. So that also being said, I'm still holding a lot of Tether. At this point, if we go back to like 50,000 or sub 50,000 on Bitcoin, what I'm planning to do is deploy that Tether. If not, well, shit, you know, I took my profits right there. That's fine. But I still have a lot of tethered lighting in the tank, and I don't think we're out of the woods yet. I just don't see the momentum breaking 60,000 right now. I see us going down to 50,000, something like that, and then everybody being like, all right, this dip is done. It's over. Let's go. Okay, I see when this Bitcoin and when this Dogecoin lunacy stops, which I think is going to stop literally most people bought in because Dogecoin day is 420. I think this stuff is going to stop after today. I think it's going to be just like when Cardano was leading up to the Mary hard fork, it pump, and then the day it got released, it dumped. Okay, and so I think we're about to see so much money roll into ADA right now. And frankly, I'm really considering deploying a lot of that Tether just in Avalanche right now, because I think we're going to see some really big things. It has a ton of news coming out, so I might. If we see another big dip, I'm probably going to just be actually throwing that at Avalanche and an ADA. And that's probably what I'm going to be doing. And just a few general takeaways, guys. I don't know if you like these videos where I just kind of rant about what I think. I don't know how useful my opinions are. I have been, You can literally see me on me calling the last dip. I called it 2 days before it happened. Boom, happened. I didn't tether up then. I didn't call the next dip right after that one, just spot on. I'm not saying I'm the master of calling dips. I'm just saying one thing I've really regretted in this bull run is not listening to my instincts when it comes to selling altcoins primarily. I've gone way up in altcoins and they've gone back a little bit. And I knew these things were pumped up and I knew they weren't going to stick there, but I did the whole diamond hands thing 2 times now where I smelled a dip coming. I smelled it really hard and I didn't tether up anything. And so I'm not saying try to trade the market or time the market or do anything like that. I'm just saying when things are really up and people are going nuts and people are getting way too bullish, every single time I've seen that happen, every single time I see people getting nuts on Facebook, every single time I see the YouTubers going nuts, every single time I see crypto Twitter getting more insane than it usually is, it's almost always a sign that there's a dump about to come. I have not seen it happen once where a dump doesn't come. And the other thing I've kind of taken away from this, because again, guys, I just like to stress, I'm here learning with you. If you tether up and if you exit your positions, the worst thing that's going to happen is you buy back at a little bit higher price. You're still going to have the same amount of money. Okay? If you diamond hands things, especially in the market when things are real up and stuff gets overbought, you might end up riding that dip all the way down. So I'm not really telling you to tether up whenever you feel a weird urge, but I'm also telling you one thing that has really stuck out to me as a big lesson in this market is everyone screams diamond hands, diamond hands, diamond hands, hodl, 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 hodl. And I say it as a joke, but these coins, this market, it's all bullshit. This is all overvalued stuff going absolutely nuts. And so in my opinion, it is way better to be really, really, really cautious when the market is going insane and everyone's going nuts, and then release that caution when everything's down and look at it accurately. Worst thing it's going to do if you sell early on some things when it's up, okay? Don't be selling when things are down, but if you sell when something's going up, 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 and up, the worst case scenario is you buy back with the same exact money later on. If you're selling stuff when stuff is down, then you're stuck with it or you're having to wait it out, okay? And so that's just a general aha thing I've seen in this market I've had. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'm a lot more bullish based on the dips that we've seen. So we hit 51, we bounced off it really hard. We hit 54-ish, 53, so we bounced off that real hard. And so what that tells me is people are really just biding their time right now to see which way the market is going to go. But overall, people are still really bullish on the overall bull run, which is pretty obvious. I didn't think the bull run was over last video, but watching how the markets behave right now, I think we're going to get the 60K and maybe dip that down. But at this point, I'm just going to hold through whatever dips we have right now. I got enough of my yucks in buying the dip. And that's it, guys. If you guys like videos like this where I just post updates on what I'm thinking, please let me know in the comment, because I really don't want to make like tutorial videos and stuff in crypto. I just like generally talking about it. So let me know in the comments. This has been this guy, and I'll see you next time I see you. Follow me on Twitter at ZSSBecker.